Good evening, everyone. In today's video, I'm gonna take you through how I level up my secondary or even third immortal marches. Since you probably are already maxed at certain stages in the game with your main marches. So you can see here my main march consists of Zenobia, Alexander. Let's just go down here. We have Hannibal as well as Quinn, all maxed out in levels. And you can even see that I have additional immortals, that those are for my secondary march. I have Charles at max level, same with Elizabeth and Himiko. And I've fairly quickly managed to max these out by utilizing like this strategy of throwing in certain immortals with my stronger immortals. So what I mean by that is that in this case that I want to level some or grant experience for my immortals that aren't maxed yet. So for instance, El Cid here, he's only level 46, I believe. Yeah, so I really want to get him up to level. So of course you can save up your experience rolls from the Well of Time, for instance, and use them solely on this immortal in this case. But what I've been doing quite successfully is to kind of construct a march, like say Alexander being a tremendous damage dealer, and then throwing with El Cid. And in this case, I actually want to further level some more immortals. So for instance, I could take my Khan or potentially Fufei here. Then I'll just throw her in that march as well. And what we can do then is to utilize some of these sweet spots where there's certain of the gnome levels that are easier than others. So for instance, 39 is a very easy gnome level to be clearing. So if we try to complete one now with this setup, then you'll just see how that fares. And you can more often than not grind these with fairly minimum losses. So for instance, I've done that yesterday, so I'll just scroll far down this path here. If we try to see, then you can see here that I just yesterday finished up Himiko, Elizabeth, and Charles wasn't even finished at this point, but I got them up to level 50, and that was just to, of course they are already somewhat strong immortals, but I really was even able to grind level 50 Barkans with this march without taking tremendous losses. So I did this in combination with the currently double rewards game. So I'm getting double the amount of gems, as well as the enchant stones, and I am missing certain equipment. So it's just a great opportunity for me to really grind what I need for my primary march, and at the same time level up my secondary march. So I finished that up now, so now my secondary march is actually starting to look quite strong. So in this one I would then pair El Cid into this march, and it's pretty much done in terms of leveling. And because of this double rewards, I am also getting a tremendous amount of enchant stones to actually develop their gear, as again I've just finished up my primary march gears, so they're all level 50. But as you can see, I'm still missing a few equipments here to get into the Epic S2. So yeah, still missing a lot of that, and same on my secondary march. There are certain equipment here I'm still missing, so just grinding a lot of higher levels for that reason, taking a lot of losses. But as you can see in this scenario, then I can throw in a little 27 Fufei, super weak, doesn't contribute a lot at all. She does little bit of healing, but as you can see, it's just Alexander mowing his way through the march here. So yeah, that's really one way to just grind it. So taking only 157 losses, and since we're not taking a lot of losses still, we can even try replace Zenobia with Genghis Khan. So in this case, Genghis Khan here, he actually has slots for some skills from the Tower of Knowledge. So I'm actually going to throw some of the skills on Zenobia. And again, it's really just to boost our Alexander in this case. So I'm not going to push Death Breath, for instance, on Genghis Khan here. I just want boost Alexander's initial attack speed, protect our units a bit so we take less losses. And let's just try that out. See how that goes. speed that up just a little bit for you guys. And yeah, so we're still only taking 98 losses here. So yeah, in this case now, I'm actually getting a lot of experience on some units that I may be using in the future. So it's just a really nice and easy way to grind, as I was gonna do this anyway, spend thousands of action points just cheaply grinding gems. So yeah, you might as well just do this with lower leveled Immortals. So just raid a bunch here with this march, and that's it. So you can see I am always saving up my action points for these double rewards event or the Infernal Assault to grind gold. So I have saved up a lot of action points, and I always use the medium one first, because once you don't have any more kind of like saved up action points, recovery potions for that one, you can start spending gems as well. So I always want to do that so I can start spending gems using more action points. And that's just really, I'm not gonna exhaust all my action points for events. I still want to use some for, say, KVK or other in-game activities. But moreover, I actually, after the double rewards event, we're actually gonna have Infernal Assault coming. So I'm gonna use the remaining of my action points almost for this event, again, to further develop my secondary march, get the Lightning Dragon developed, as well as my Immortal, because I'm just really behind on gold. That I do have some to, for instance, upgrade Zenobia here, but also Quinn in my main march is still missing quite a bit. He's only level 22. And then of course my secondary march, I also need gold to level those up. So yeah, that was just an overall quick progress tip as to how you keep on developing your marches, in particular regarding the experience, that just pair them in to your primary march so you can keep leveling. A last tip perhaps I could share is that what you also can do is, once you're maxed out, say Alexander here, or I've actually removed Hannibal, you can go into Immortal Reborn. So once this cooldown is over, you can actually reborn Hannibal, for instance, and just bring him down to, say, level 48. You get a tremendous amount of experience rolls back that you can then allocate onto, in this case, say, El Cid. So that's also one way to go about it. But yeah, that would be it for this video, guys. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. See you around. Bye bye.